Like a lot of us, I'm a guy who appreciates older cars rather than newer models. But sometimes something comes along that's so unique it just cries out to be shared. It's a Lamborghini kit car. That's right, it's a kit car. But not your usual slapped together on a Fiero platform kind of kit car. Mo's car is a reproduction of a 98 Diablo SV. And here's what makes this car so special.
It's hand-built pretty much from bottom up. It's designed off of the original Lamborghini SV edition. They call it the Generation 3. Ground up, tube frame, tube chassis. Back in the days when they started coming out with kit cars, what they called kits, they made them on Fieros. They're made on small bodies. They were made to kind of look like the original. These ones here were actually shut down by Lamborghini because they were made to spec. So if you actually take the measurements, width, length, everything, many of the parts on it are original. So when you get into the rims and tires, glass, stuff like that, you're getting into original parts. So the big concern was, hey, you're using original parts, this car must be pretty accurate. Original emblems, stuff like that. Lighting, you would go with original lighting as well. So Generation 3 is basically the last generation ever made, which was the most accurate, and they're now extinct. You can't pretty much get them anymore because they were shut down from producing them.
Mo is an unassuming kind of guy who came to one of our cruise nights last summer not to show off his car, but to seek advice from other enthusiasts.
I came out here to learn a few things, and today I've learned a lot of things. I'll be dipping into the engine next week. So and this is why I wanted to start coming out to these meets here, introducing myself to people and finding out stuff what you can do.
Lamborghini didn't like anyone copying their cars down to the last detail, and so they understandably shut the reproduction manufacturer down.
They didn't like that at all, no. There was two companies, one out of Vancouver, one out of the US. Both were sued by Lamborghini, and they came in pretty much court order, hauled them right up and said, this is it, these ones are done. The actual value of the original on an SV edition, anywhere between $350,000 to $450,000 US. The cost of an accurate one like this, you're looking about $105 to $110 US. So there's a good difference, and depending on how much you want to spend, some guys go with BMW V12 engine. You can go crazy on them. It depends on how your budget is. But the whole idea is to keep your costs down.
Mo tells us it's not so much wanting the original as it is the maintenance. The carbureted transverse engine mounted in the rear is a 350 Chevy.
It's got a little over 450 horsepower. I don't use it, it's a nice casual driver, but you've got the sound. It's a gear-driven transmission, so it's designed very well to handle what it's got. It's all designed for the back, so it's a 350 Chev sideways, which we did in Ferraris. You can do these conversions on any one of these vehicles. Even Jaguars are using the same style.
And it's easy to maintain.
Yeah, easy to maintain. All GM parts, all parts around the corner. For example, I have the original lights on it, which I just took off and went with the LEDs. Original lights, to replace them, are about $2,300 to $2,400, which now I'm going to sell on eBay. Front headlights, for example, you're spending $5,000 on an original.
Mo is no stranger to these high-end reproduction cars.
No. I did the 308 Ferrari, 328 Ferrari, 355, the Testarossa. Did all of those basically. So these are the most complicated ones. So you kind of leave this to the end, because when you want to start tampering your bodies like this, you're getting ready to play around with a lot of stuff. The Ferraris are a lot simplified. They're pretty much just put on, build your frame. These you can actually buy blueprints for them. So you buy the blueprint frame, and then you just start from there.
Building one of these high-powered sports cars from the ground up is not something that's done without a lot of help. And a lot of time and thought. Yeah,
a lot of help. So you've got a lot of hands that dip into it, because you can't do everything. Like when it comes time to paint, when it comes time to interior designs, and believe me, when you start doing things, even till last week, I'm redesigning the interior, the top part. So you're always tampering with it. You're always coming up with something different.
There aren't many of these cars around.
Only one in Windsor and only one in Ontario. There's one out in, two out in Vancouver, I think. So now, because you don't make them anymore, you pretty much hold on to them.
After all the work that went into it, Mo says this one's a keeper. He has no plans to sell. Mo's reproduction 1998 Lamborghini Diablo SV. Thank you for viewing. I hope you enjoyed. And come spring, we'll see you at the car shows and cruise nights.